So long, adios, farewell. Ladies and gentlemen, your counterfeit Jesus. I had to give my first words a lot of thought, but the more and more I tried to script things out to come at this with some kind of idea of where things are going, it went nowhere. Then, of course, the old me would scream and shout into the microphone until something made sense. But that's not who I am anymore. I don't scream or shout. There's no need. If I see something important, something that someone wants to hear, they will go out of their way to hear it. So I don't need to scream, don't need to shout, I don't need to be angry. Perhaps this is how I should have spoken from the beginning, but before, I was so focused on playing a character, of being someone more unhinged than I am. And shouting and screaming just seemed like part of the accoutrement. I couldn't be that guy right now if I wanted to, because it took a very specific kind of anger to bring him out, to be that character. But as I've gotten older, the more I've had time to talk to myself and think, to really interrogate who is the me that lies within, the more I realized that I don't need a facade. I don't need to be the feeble imaginings of somebody who thought he had no power. As I've gotten older, I've recognized that things are best to let go of. Never to let the horrible thoughts inside your head dictate what kind of person you're going to be. And it was with that thought that I began to shed the charade. Stopped living my life with doubts and fears and worry. And I was somehow weak. I believe that it was time to shed that skin, to stop being afraid, to move on. And I needed to bury my past to do it. There were so many things holding me back. Things like a need for intimacy, for companionship, to be adored, to be admired, to be loved. The more I started to understand myself, the less I needed your adoration, your applause, your love. And to find something real, something truly real, something buried deep down within myself. I had to learn not to need you. I was weak to let you get in my head and convince me that my reality was wrong. It meant that I had to love you more than anything. But I don't anymore. I haven't felt anything for you in a long time. You just don't matter to me anymore. And it's a surprise even to myself, because you used to matter more to me and my self-respect. I loved you more than I loved myself. And the more you berated me and put me down and made me doubt my reality, the more I loved you. Because, let's be honest, because I thought you could give me the thing that I didn't have for myself. That you could somehow love me enough for me to feel whole. But you did the opposite. You instilled in me a sense of self-doubt that was so pervasive. And I was willing to forgive you for everything you did. To just forget about the horrible shit you would say and do. Lapses in memory still haunt me to this day. Because only occasionally do I think back to what what you did to me and recognize how shitty it was in the first place. Then I don't need to shout. I don't need to scream. I don't need to yell for you to hear me. I don't need your love anymore. Doubtful I needed it to begin with. It's very possible that I wanted it. But not anymore. Because I've learned the one thing that is more important than your love. Mine. Not to be given in some transactional way. In a way for control, for power, to feel better than. No. I give myself the kind of love you never could. Because let's face it, you don't even love yourself. That's where it comes from. It feels good to be superior to someone else when you feel on the inside that you're pathetic and insignificant. The ego needs constant validation to avoid the dark thoughts you have on a nigh constant basis. So it doesn't matter how awful you treat everyone else, you're the victim. You're the one that's hurt. And does it matter how anyone else feels? And believe it or not, it mattered to me at one point. How you felt. I wanted to do everything in my power to make you feel better, to make you feel loved. But it was never enough. How could it be? If you don't love yourself, anything I could give you will never be enough. Till I got to thinking, towards the end, after all faith had been depleted, after all hope was lost, I started to think about it. About how I no longer felt anything for you. About how the gaps in time between you and I speaking spurred on a loathing. I recognized I didn't enjoy spending time with you. The more I recognized that, the more I started to understand. I wasn't in love with you anymore. And how could I be? How could anyone love you? Do what you did. You know what you did. Knowing you'll never take the accountability. It's just too much for you. But if you do, and by some merit we get to that point, you'll understand. Ciao. Au revoir.